my name's Callum Han and Philips have invited me to have a crack at using their premium all-in-one cooker. Now it's a slow cooker and a pressure cooker, but it does a bunch of other things as well, not just for those winter warming meals. You can saute in it, you can bake cakes in it, you can even have a go at making your own yogurt. I'm going to use the slow cooker function though to make a pork and pumpkin tagine with orange gremolata. The first thing we're going to do, I've got some diced pork shoulder here. So I'm just going to add a couple of spices to it. We're going to get that into our all-in-one cooker. So we'll start off with 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. Go in, 2 tablespoons of ground coriander. This is really easy to remember. And the same amount of flour as well. So cumin, coriander, and flour, 2 tablespoons of each. Pinch of salt, and then we just give this a good mix together. So pork is mixed. We then go in with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil into the bottom. We're going to top that with the pork. So this is that pork shoulder, cumin, coriander, and flour, pinch of salt, nice and easy. And from here, everything else just goes in on top. So we've got 400 grams of chopped tomatoes. We've got a brown onion, we'll just slice it up thinly as well. So we've got a thumb-sized piece of ginger, we've just roughly chopped. A couple of cloves of garlic go in now as well. Some cinnamon quills. And then last of all, just to help that pork get nice and tender, 1 1/3 cups of stock. You can use a chicken or a vegetable stock. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't sear off the pork, and you can if you want to. It's not a right or a wrong thing, it's just a slightly different flavor. If I'm doing a beef or lamb, I probably would sear it off. Chicken or pork or fish, I choose to not sear it off, just a slightly different flavor, completely up to you. Okay, so, chuck the lid on now. Just gonna select the slow cook function. Now I wanna cook it for about 8 hours. So I'm just gonna pop that on, hold down the start button for a second, and that's on now. Come back in a few hours time and dinner is done. Okay, all the hard work's done now. Let's open it up and have a look. Oh, smells delicious. We're only gonna add a couple of things to this now. There's about 20 minutes to go in the cooking. So I'm gonna add some butternut pumpkin, just cut into 1.5 centimeter dice, and some dates as well. These are just being pitted. And they're gonna add a little bit of thickness to the sauce and just a nice sweetness too. Now we've got a couple of things we're gonna serve our lovely tagine with. Some couscous. So I'm gonna start off with 1 cup of couscous. This is an instant couscous. And equal quantities of boiling water, or enough to just cover, basically. I've taken 1 orange. The zest of it is in another bowl over here. And the juice we're gonna add to the couscous as well. Okay. We're just gonna let that sit for just a second for that boiling water to be soaked up by that couscous. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make the orange gremolata. So gremolata on top of an ossobuco or something like that, traditionally lemon zest, garlic, and parsley. We're gonna do a little spin on it here. We've got the orange zest finely grated in a bowl. We've got some very finely kind of minced garlic here. You don't want any big chunks because it's gonna be eaten raw. And then some chopped coriander as well. We're just gonna give that a bit of a stir together. And the gremolata's done. Okay, so we're just gonna fluff up the couscous with a fork now as well. And we're actually ready to serve up. How easy is that? So, couscous with just that little bit of orange juice in it into the bottom of a bowl. Lovely. Big scoop of this tagine. That pork is so tender. The pumpkins just soften up a little bit, and that sauce is just thickened from those dates as well. And then just at the end, we're gonna top it with some of this fresh, kind of lovely little gremolata as well. And some toasted flaked almonds for a little bit of crunch. And I tell you what, whether you're cooking that for friends, family, or for yourself at home, that is an absolute cracker. So I've used the slow cooker function to make the pork and pumpkin tagine. What I love about the versatility of the Philips premium all-in-one cooker is even if I forgot to put this on or I've got unexpected guests coming around, I can actually make this exact same recipe using the pressure cook function as well. It's just that versatile and convenient. So it means that even when we're busy, you too can make delicious, healthy meals just like this one.
Innovation anew. Philips.